Welcome to the Running Network Show. Join us each time as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great sport.
All 38 marathons. Fantastic. Long-time Chicago Marathon participant here has run all 38 of them and going to run again on Sunday. What's your name?
Ron Williams.
And so, are you looking forward to Sunday's event, even though it's supposedly going to be a little on the warm side?
Yes, but it's cool at the start, and I'm pretty focused. I think I'm going to have a good time.
So, now from 1 up to now 39, what was it like running your first Chicago Marathon, and what year was that exactly?
1977, and I had no idea what you needed to do to train. And I just went out there and guts it out. I think my longest run was maybe 12 miles or something. I didn't know what I was doing.
What type of time did you run?
Oh, it was like 4 hours. A pretty good time, though. Yeah, I was young.
What was your best time ever?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. I broke 3 hours by like 28 seconds. So that was great. I was 42 at the time.
What year was that?
That was in 1942, actually. Right.
What year?
No, not 40. It was not. That was in two. What year was it? 1983. 1983. Yeah. Yes.
And and of course, I hear the course has changed a few times.
Right, but it's been the same the last 5 years, pretty much.
And do you like the course now, or what it used to be?
No, it's been fine. Not a problem.
So now is your whole family coming out to cheer you on?
Well, I've had as many as 20. I think it's down to about 4 now. They're tired of coming out.
You got it. Well, other than start and the finish, they don't see you for 4 or 5 hours.
Well, we have the 40 at the house to celebrate afterwards. They can make it there, right?
Of course.
Right.
And and of course, Chicago's a totally different city. What do you see different, from when you started to now? I mean, just running through the city, it's got to be a totally different experience.
Well, especially on the weekends at the lakefront. I mean, any given weekend, there are thousands of people out biking and walking, and the lakefront is just exploded.
So, and back then, when you first started in the 70s, it wasn't. Huh?
No, and they didn't have the path along the lakefront then either. Right.
And of course, lots of spectators.
That's right. All along the way now. There's never a space where there aren't spectators.
And when you first did it, there was like nobody, right?
That's right, right.
And how many people ran it that first year, approximately?
It was like 3,000. It was, yeah.
So now it's 10 times bigger.
That's right.
Well, hey, it's definitely got to be exciting to know that you've been able to do this now for 38 years. And in your wildest dream, did you ever think you'd be running a marathon 40 years later?
Oh, no. But now that I've got the streak going, I don't have any choice. And, as long as my body holds out, I'll keep at it.
And what type of time you looking to run?
I did 6:02 last year, and I'm going to be under 6 hours this year. I know I can take those 2 minutes off easily.
And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 76.
You are amazing. That you look phenomenal, and you got to feel pretty good to know that at 76, there aren't too many of your peers still even running, let alone a marathon.
Yeah, of the 7 who've done it, I'm the oldest. Of the 7 who have done all 38. Okay.
So you didn't start running marathons until you were close to right around 35?
That's correct. But I started running when I was 29. I had run in high school and 1 year in college, and then stopped running and then I started again at 29 because I was packing on the weight.
Now, have you always lived here in Chicago?
Except when I was in the Navy.
Okay, super.
Right.
Well, you've seen everything change on that too.
That's right. Right.
Well, hey, congratulations, and we're looking forward to seeing you do it again this year and next year. You got to hit 40.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I'll do it. All right.
Congratulations. At the Chicago Marathon press conference, and we have the race director, Carey Pinkowski. And Carey, you've done a fine job with this race over the years, and my question is, how long have you been doing this now?
Well, thanks for asking. I started in 1990, so this will be my 26th event, so quite a while.
Did you ever plan on doing this for 26 years?
I was just talking with some people the other day, a couple of executives that have had a tenure close to mine. I would have to say that in the beginning I didn't think so, but each year it gets a little bit better, and there's new elements that we bring to the event, and we've had a great response from our sponsors, and so stay involved. Each year there's a new enthusiasm and excitement about it. You get to work with some phenomenal athletes, so I think I've got a few years left.
I'm sure of that. Well, you said you were at the race when Joan ran. She won the race in '85.
Sure.
Were you here with the press, or were you running, or what was that?
I was just a spectator, and at that point in time in '85, that race that Joan had with Ingrid Christensen, it was less than ideal conditions. It was a typical fall Chicago raw day, wind, raining a bit and stuff like that. And I just remember how fast those two athletes were going. And what sticks out in my mind about that was as they passed some pretty good men, the expression on their faces when Joan and Ingrid came by, and then Rosamoda wasn't far behind either. So those three women really on that day, I think, transformed the way that the industry and the way that the marathon is looked at. I mean, they were 2:21 in 1985. I mean, that's still one of the greatest times in less than ideal conditions. I still think if the weather wouldn't have been a little bit more accommodating, Joan could have gone under 2:20 that day. So she looked great. Everybody, it was an amazing day, and I remember it like it was yesterday.
Well, time goes by quickly for sure. Well, hey, what did get you into race directing?
I've always been, I'm from this area. I grew up in Northwest Indiana, which is right down on the southeast side of Chicago, right across the state line in Hammond. And I'm a Villanova guy, so, being in Philadelphia, we used to take the train up to New York and watch the New York Marathon. And I used to go up with a couple of teammates of mine to Boston. So I was very impressed with Boston and New York, and I got to spend some time with Fred LeBeau. And he was very generous with his insight, and I just always felt that there should be a marathon, there could be a marathon in Chicago that rivals any event in the world, and we just set out on that plan. And obviously we've got some great partners here. The corporate community is amazing. Obviously you heard Commissioner Boone and the commitment that we have from the city of Chicago. So when you have a team like that, it's hard not to be great. So we've got some great athletes up front racing on Sunday, and just keeping that tradition going. It's an important element for the city. Crowds are unbelievable. The way the city embraces the marathon. So we're looking forward to a great day.
So in your 25 years, what was you think the greatest day for the marathon was over the last 25 years? And what do you think was the roughest day of the last 25?
Well, for me, and it's people don't really reflect back, was '93 when we had the snowstorm. It was just a bitterly cold day. We had about 6 inches of snow, and it was about 15 degrees at the start. So that was probably one of the most challenging days. When everyone says they ran the 1993 Chicago Marathon, I always want to make sure that they check for that they have all their fingers, because it was a raw, cold day. But again, the city stepped up, snow plows. We got the route going, and that's part of the tradition. The less than ideal weather conditions, challenging, but that's part of the history of the event. Probably one of the greatest events was 2010 Sammy Wanjuro and Sergei Kabeta. I think maybe the greatest head-to-head marathon of all time. It was like two fighters trying to knock each other out. They battled back and forth, and really was a benchmark. I think people, when they saw those two great champions slugging it out, how tough they were in tough conditions, it really put a notch in the belt of the event.
Well, super. Well, hey, thank you for giving us some insight into the race.
Sure.
And, hey, it's looking like another great weekend here in Chicago. So, and everybody with 35,000 people towing the line, I'm sure we'll all have a great time. And any last words for everybody?
No, Gary, thanks for coming out. Thanks for helping out with the event, coming over from Michigan and joining us. We've got some, looking forward to a great day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.